Olá, sejam muito bem-vindos a mais um episódio do Let's Play Mass Effect, a Triologia. Estamos aqui no E05, que vamos falar aqui com o Urdnot Rex sobre a pista que ele tem em relação ao Saren. Pelo visto há uma Quarian, procurou a ajuda de um tipo qualquer obscuro, dono de um bar, que depois a entregou ao Saren. Vamos tentar recuperar essa Quarian para saber o que é que ela sabe sobre o Saren. Pode ser que assim consigamos obter as provas que precisamos para mostrar que o Saren está a cooperar com os Geth. Qualquer coisa.
Hey there! Oh, you're not C-Sec, are you? Did you want something?
What are you doing here?
I am Jalid. I came here to seek aid from the authorities, but they won't listen to me. My colleague is trying to kill me, and I thought we were friends.
How do you know he wants you dead?
He's changed. He won't talk to me at work anymore, and he started following me. Yesterday, he followed me all the way home, just waiting for a chance. I don't care what anyone thinks. He wants me gone. I know it.
Is there something I can do? Talk to your friend, maybe?
Would you? That's all I want. Someone to talk to him. Tell him to leave me alone. He thinks he can just push me around, but you'll show him, won't you?
Just tell me where he is and I'll go find him.
Oh, right. Well, he wanted to meet with me down in the wards near the markets. He said he just wanted to talk, but I know better. His name's Shorban. He's a Solarian. You shouldn't have any trouble. He's just a scientist.
Shorban? That's the guy who asked us to scan the Keepers.
The Keepers? Well, even more reason to go after him. That's against regulations.
If I find out he's lied to me...
Anything's possible with Shorban these days. Well, good luck.
Parece que arranjamos aqui uma missão secundária. Uma coisa a ver com aquele Solarian que nos disse para colocar os scans nos Keepers. Por visto ele anda a chatear ali aquele companheiro. Antes de fazermos mais alguma coisa, tratar aqui das tarefas habituais. Ora, o Urdnot Rex tem 8 pontinhos para distribuir. Combat Armor, Warp dá-nos bastante jeito. Mais um antibiótico diferente. Dá aqui um no Krogan Battle Master, um no Combat Armor e um no Assault Rifle, que desbloqueia o Overkill. Low Long Burst, so accurate Assault Rifle Fire. Está sempre jeito. Mas ainda temos 5 para distribuir. Aqui desbloqueamos o Shield Boost, portanto vamos fazer isso. Mas ainda temos 3 que vamos dar um no Warp, outro no Assault Rifles e outro no Krogan Battle Master. E ficamos por aqui. Não temos mais pontos para distribuir. Quanto às missões, temos então esta nova missão para ajudar este Jalid e falar com o Shorban. Presidium Prophet. Nós devíamos ter feito isto. Devíamos ter falado outra vez com o oficial do C-Sec quando resolvemos aquela disputa com o Warner. Vamos ter que voltar atrás e terminar esta missão. Mas temos claro aquela dos Keepers quanto às principais. Take down Fist, exatamente. O Fist é o tal dono do bar que, pelos vistos, tem a tal Corian sequestrada. Depois ainda temos que ir ter com o Garrus a esta clínica. Portanto, o que nós vamos fazer, primeiro vamos voltar atrás para terminar esta e depois vamos à procura do Garrus e só depois é que vamos então tentar resgatar aquela Corey. Parece que de examinar aqui estes terminais ganhamos experiência. Está sempre jeito. Weapons Locker. Ok. Não podemos entrar por aqui, eu não sei bem quando é que é sair. Olhar é para trás. Ok. Aqui. Exatamente.
I'm surprised you're willing to fight Krogan, Rex. I thought you'd stand with your own.
Anyone who fights us is either stupid or on Saren's payroll. Killing the latter is business. Killing the former is a favor to the universe.
Não tenho feito em nada fácil aqui o Rex. Ok, vamos então primeiro voltar atrás, tentar encontrar aquele oficial do CSEC que estava com problemas com o Enner. Para vamos fim a essa missão. Se deixarmos assim ela vai continuar em aberto e nós não vamos ter os benefícios. Devia ter concluído. Mas está todo um Krogan. Está ali mais um Keeper, vamos aproveitar para com mais um scan. Sabina-nos, sabes alguma coisa aqui sobre esta?
Presidium Tourism Terminal 3. Here in the financial district, a number of businesses offer various goods and services to their exclusive clientele. The statue you see before you was commissioned to honor the Krogan soldiers who gave their lives to protect Citadel space during the Rachni Wars. In the aftermath of the Krogan rebellions, several embassies petitioned to have the statue removed. However, this motion was eventually quashed by the Council.
What were the Rachni Wars?
Nearly 2,200 years ago, explorers seeking to expand Citadel space opened up mass relays leading to systems controlled by the Rachni. A highly intelligent and aggressive insect race, the Rachni unleashed a war of conquest against the rest of the galaxy that lasted for nearly 3 centuries. The emergence of the Krogan finally turned the tide in favor of the Citadel species. Krogan forces provided the numbers necessary to halt the Rachni advance and drive them back. The Krogan then pursued their retreating fleets. Able to survive the harsh environments of the Rachni homeworlds, the Krogan hunted their enemy to extinction.
Was it really necessary to wipe them out?
I am sorry, but a value judgment of that nature goes beyond my programming.
Why did the Council fight so hard to keep the statue?
The Krogan were instrumental in saving the galaxy from the Rachni threat. The Council believed this historical fact should not be forgotten. The Council also hoped that preserving the memorial would improve diplomatic relations with the Krogan and bring about a peaceful resolution to the rebellions. Unfortunately, the Krogan refused to negotiate and only surrendered after their population and homeworlds had been ravaged by the Turians.
Tell me more about the Krogan rebellions.
In recognition of their efforts during the Rachni Wars, the Krogan were granted several new colony worlds by the Council. Over the next 400 years, the Krogan species began to expand. Blessed with an extremely high birth rate, their numbers began to swell. Faced with a critical overpopulation crisis, the Krogan started a violent colonization of nearby worlds inhabited by other Council species. The Krogan rebellions had begun. For a full century, the Council and its member species fought to bring the Krogan under control. With the aid of the newly discovered Turian Empire, they were ultimately successful.
You needed the Krogan to stop the Rachni, then you needed the Turians to stop the Krogan. So who's gonna stop the Turians?
I am sorry, but that question is beyond my programming parameters. The Turians are members of the Citadel Council. They are not a threat to galactic peace.
That's all for now.
Thank you for using Avina. Have a pleasant day.
Então esta estátua está aqui em honra dos Krogan que ajudaram durante a guerra com os Rachni, mas que depois se rebelaram e acabaram por ter que ser derrotados pelos Turians. Ok. Ora, o outro Enar estava alguns por aqui, não? Deste lado desta ponte, julgo eu. Exatamente, o oficial do E05 já não está aqui. Não é este.
The officer has left, and this one is free to share the glory of the Enkindlers. This one offers its appreciation.
This is your opportunity to show people that the Hanar aren't crazy xenophobes. Don't waste it.
This one observes the wisdom of your words. This one has little money, but it can offer this. Now finally, this one can continue sharing the truth unimpeded.
Ok, damos experiência, damos algum Medigel. Vamos ver se ficou fechado. Sim, ficou fechado, ok. Vamos seguir em frente. Então a seguir vamos ter com o Garrus à Med Clinic Upperwards. E ganhamos mais 3 pontinhos para distribuir aqui para o nosso Shepard. Dá aqui 2 no Infiltrator e no Decryption. E temos mais 2 pontinhos nos nossos 2 colegas também. Mais um Barrier Unit Decryption. Control Reeve, um Barrier e um Battle Master. Sim senhor. Ah, não passamos aqui uma vista de olhos pelas novas entradas do Codex. Não podemos fazer isso agora.
The Asari were the first species to discover the
Já vimos isto.
50,000 years
Isto
ago.
também.
Though now extinct, the Rachni once threatened every species in Citadel space. Over 2,000 years ago, explorers foolishly opened a mass relay to a previously unknown system and encountered something never seen before or since, a species of spacefaring insects guided by a hive mind intelligence. Unfortunately, the Rachni were not peaceful, and the galaxy was plunged into a series of conflicts known as the Rachni Wars. Attempts to negotiate were futile, as it was impossible to make contact with the hive queens that guided the race from beneath the surface of their toxic home world. The emergence of the Krogan ended the Rachni Wars. Bred to survive the harshest environments, the Krogan were able to strike at the queens in their lairs and reclaim conquered council worlds. But when Krogan fleets pressed them back to their homeworld, the Rachni refused to surrender, and the Krogan eradicated them from the galaxy.
Mais bocadinho de informação sobre os Rachni.
The Geth are a humanoid. The Krogan evolved in a hostile and vicious environment. Until the invention of gunpowder weapons, eaten by predators was still the #1 cause of Krogan fatalities. Afterwards, it was death by gunshot. When the Solarians discovered them, the Krogan were a brutal, primitive species, struggling to survive a self-inflicted nuclear winter. The Solarians culturally uplifted them, teaching them to use and build modern technology, so they could serve as soldiers in the Rachni War. Liberated from the harsh conditions of their homeworld, the quick-breeding Krogan experienced an unprecedented population explosion. They began to colonize nearby worlds. Even though these worlds were already inhabited, the Krogan rebellions lasted nearly a century, only ending when the Turians unleashed the Genophage, a Solarian-developed bioweapon that crushed all Krogan resistance. The Genophage makes only 1 in 1,000 pregnancies viable, and today, the Krogan are a slowly dying breed. Understandably, the Krogan harbor a grudge against all other species, especially the Turians.
Poderá. Portanto, já sabemos como é que os Turians derrotaram os Krogans. A utilização do Genophage, uma arma biológica que reduziu a fertilidade dos Krogan. Não é muito bonito isso, não. Já sabemos porque é que o nosso amigo Rex tem aquele feitiozinho.
Driven from their home system by the Geth nearly 3 centuries ago, most Quarians now live aboard the Migrant Fleet, a flotilla of 50,000 vessels ranging in size from passenger shuttles to mobile space stations. Home to 17 million Quarians, the flotilla understandably has scarce resources. Because of this, each Quarian must go on a rite of passage known as the pilgrimage when they come of age. They leave the fleet and only return once they have found something of value they can bring back to their people. Other species tend to look down on the Quarians for creating the Geth and for the negative impact their fleet has when it enters a system. This has led to many myths and rumors about the Quarians, including the belief that underneath their clothes and breathing masks, they are actually cybernetic creatures, a combination of organic and synthetic parts.
Portanto, os Quarians, a espécie da tal rapariga que nós vamos ter que ir resgatar.
Biotics is the ability. Mass relays are feats of Prothean engineering advanced far beyond the technology of any living species. They are enormous structures scattered throughout the stars and can create corridors of virtually mass-free space, allowing instantaneous transit between locations separated by years or even centuries of travel using conventional FTL drives. Primary mass relays can propel ships thousands of light years, often from one spiral arm of the galaxy to another. However, they have fixed one-to-one connections. A primary relay connects to one other primary relay and nowhere else. Secondary relays can only propel ships across a few hundred light years. However, they are omnidirectional. A secondary relay can send a ship to any other relay within its limited range. There are many dormant primary relays whose corresponding twins have not yet been located. These are left inactive until their partner is charted, as established civilizations are unwilling to blindly open a passage that might connect them to a hostile species.
Sim, senhor. Os mass relays, essa descoberta dos proteins, essa invenção dos proteins, que permite que nós andemos aqui para o espaço a velocidade superior à velocidade da luz, o que dá sempre jeito se nós queremos andar a explorar a galáxia.
Combat hard suits use all modern infantry weapons, from pistols to assault rifles, use micro-scaled mass accelerator technology. Projectiles consist of tiny metal slugs suspended within a mass-reducing field, accelerated by magnetic force to speeds that inflict kinetic damage. The ammo magazine is a simple block of metal. The gun's internal computer calculates the mass needed to reach the target based on distance, gravity, and atmospheric pressure, then shears off an appropriate-sized slug from the block. A single block can supply thousands of rounds, making ammo a non-issue during any engagement. Top-line weapons also feature smart targeting that allows them to correct for weather and environment. Firing on a target in a howling gale feels the same as it does on a calm day at the practice range. Smart targeting does not mean a bullet will automatically find the mark every time the trigger is pulled. It only makes it easier for the marksman to aim.
Avançadas estas armas. E pronto. Está tudo. Vamos seguir em frente.